If you don't mind.
That's my question to Mr. Stone is, I'd like for him to tell the public how he can put something like that and tell him how great I am, proud of him. I got out and worked for him and how he done me.
All right, I'll be glad to address this for you, Marvin. I went to the park board and I talked to Hugh Whistlenate and Mary Hancock. I asked them about the tree cutting. They assured me that that was taken care of, everything was fine. Now, you were on the board at the time this went on. Why didn't you say something about it then? Why did you not bring it up while you was on the board?
I'm going to bring it up right now.
No, you need to go to the park board. All right, now then, this last item, my understanding is that the park manager gave him the fence. That was told to that by him.
I didn't.
Well, I didn't say you did. I said the park manager did. And that's been approved by Jimmy, and Jimmy Russo is the one who told me that.
Let's have a copy of that.
Now then, as far as his camper stuff, I don't know. I asked if they send statements, they say no. So I don't know if anybody pays for a camper down there, really. But you was on the board at these first two things when the tree cutting went on. Why didn't you say something about it then? Why'd you wait till now?
I'm saying it was a case of what you call farming, F-A-C-E. A man use another man's name to get a contract.
I don't know about that. Now, you was on the park.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Just hoping.
Wait,
you know, and I don't want to interrupt. This is
Yeah, let the park board address this.
right.
That's
This is a period for public comment about something. It's not a time for a individual commissioner to be questioned or to be attacked on anything. I'm not sure what all this is about, but
give him a copy of the letter,
well,
Marvin.
it's not proper.
It's not even signed.
It will be if you want it from.
I don't want it signed, Marvin. I don't care what you do with it.
Do you have anything else, Marvin? Do you have anything else on?
I'm going to give a copy of these to the newspaper. I hope the newspaper
There's
put
three of
that
them
in.
sitting right there, Marvin.
All three of them.
Oh, you got it
All three of them
wrong.
right there.
This is a...
Thank you, Marvin Hahn. Captain Chuck
Marvin,
Phillips.
wait a minute, I'd like to ask Marvin one question, please.
First,
I'll ask you a question,
far
Kevin.
away.
According to some of the employees down at the park and different things, you remember it used to be a road sign there that said Marona Circle? Did you remove that sign?
I was going to answer that question, but that sign has never been up on start with.
Okay, I just wondered, I'd ask that question. I got a copy at home where y'all made
That
it.
sign should have never been on start with.
Well, I just wanted to ask the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Marvin. Captain Chuck Phillips of the Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
I hope the newspaper put that. I never will do how it could.
I'm here on behalf of Sheriff Miller. He has recently found out that there's a $25,000 grant available from the Katrina hurricane for equipment, and to apply for this $25,000, we've got to have $2,778.78 to match it. And then with this money, the sheriff is probably going to buy a vehicle with it.
I didn't catch all that. That phone went off about the time.
Yeah,
Would you say it again?
We've got an opportunity to get
Everybody needs to, everybody needs to turn their cell phones off when they come in here, please, or put it on whatever so it won't alarm or disturb the meeting. Thank you.
Sheriff Miller has just recently found out through some Katrina funds that we are available to get $25,000 for equipment. But we have to match this $25,000 with a $2,778.78. We've got to pay that much to get this grant. And with this grant, he wants to buy a vehicle,
What kind of vehicle?
patrol car.
What's the match? 2,000?
2,778.78.
Does the sheriff have any surplus money in his budget?
Not to my knowledge, or I wouldn't be here asking. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Mr. Porter, can we pay the $2,778 without putting it in the sheriff's bond, just out of general fund of the commission?
You can, so long as there's funds available.
Because I know if we put it over, it pretty well got to stay in there for next
Right.
budget time
Or you
too.
can pay it out of the general fund.
What's the cutoff for the grant?
Sir, I do not know. We just recently found out about it, maybe a week and a half ago. And I couldn't answer that question.
I think $2,000 is a little cheap for a patrol car.
Yeah, I think too.
Chuck, do we have to, is that in case we get the monies, or do you have to have it to apply? All you have to do is to have it, we will match it up to,
To get the money, we're gonna have to come up with the 27 cents.
You got to put it up front, what I think that's what it is. I'm gonna make a motion, we'll take it out of the general fund and pay the check out of it to match the grant, because that's pretty cheap, to get a $30,000 vehicle, 29.
I second your motion, Jack. I think that's a good deal.
okay, there's a first and a second motion to take it out of the general fund. All in favor? All opposed? Rita Williams, Council on Aging. Resolution for Council on Aging. Come on up, Miss Rita. Nice to have you, Miss Rita. Yeah, well, any place, doesn't matter.
Well, I guess you have before you a copy of a resolution that we're asking the county commission to pass. As many of you already are aware, we have been operating the Rural Public Transportation Program for the Jackson County Commission since 1983. And as of each year, we have to submit a new application for funding, and as a part of that application, there's always a resolution authorizing me to apply for the funds and to sign forms on behalf of the commission for this program and so forth. But the resolution before you today is not for the general application, but it's for a special grant that we have been told we're going to receive through the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, and of course it requires no matching funds. So this is the first time we've ever had the opportunity to receive funding without having to come up with local match. We were told, I guess about a month ago, that we would receive about $291,000, and to make up a wish list of things we wanted. Well, I couldn't imagine that kind of money. That's more than we could have ever had. So we came up with a list, but immediately they began to strike things off the list. So it turns out that basically the main things we can get are vehicles and options for the various vehicles, and then just, a few other things like computers, and we can get driver's uniforms and things like that. So a lot of the things that we did ask for and really hope for that we could use, we were not able to get. But this resolution is just something that has to go in this application, and the application is due on the 15th. So I just wanted to ask the commission if you'd consider passing this resolution authorizing us to apply for these funds.
Ms. Sadie, do you have that resolution?
Do you have,
Do you have a copy of it?
yeah, here it is. I thought she put it in. It's right next to Jackson County Solid Waste. This is it, isn't it, Miss Rita?
Yes,
It's back, but she's put it back by Jackson County Solid Waste. It's on back. Miss Rita, while you're there, let me ask something. Jack asked to remove G on the consent agenda, and I wasn't familiar with that, but that has something to do with your Title III on your Council on Aging, on your surety bond.
No, excuse me, Madam Chairman,
No,
new
no.
business is where I removed that.
New business.
E, F, and G from new business.
Yeah,
I didn't touch that.
yeah, it's new business.
Excuse me.
Well,
Any questions?